Annabelle, one of the most famous haunted dolls in the world, is no stranger to anyone. Porcelain doll wearing a white dress with a bizarre face that has appeared in many films and the Conjuring universe. However, what you see about these dolls, their terrifying appearance, supposedly demonic origins, and frightening spiritual abilities, are mostly products of the movies. The film Annabelle was produced based on a real-life event, the fabric doll named Annabelle. The spiritual stories rumored about this haunted doll are somewhat milder compared to its cinematic portrayal. And now, I will tell you the story behind this real haunted doll. Annabelle is the name of a famous cloth doll. In the early 1970s, the doll line was called Raggedy Ann for the female doll and Raggedy Andy for the male. These two dolls were created by writer Johnny Gruelle. Initially, Raggedy Ann was a character in Johnny's children's book, and he also illustrated these two characters on his book covers. In 1918, after receiving a patent from the authorities, the Raggedy Ann doll was manufactured and introduced widely to consumers. The distinguishing features of this doll are that it is made entirely of cloth, with red hair and a characteristic triangular nose. From its very first commercial release, the Raggedy Ann doll received enormous popularity among Americans at the time. In 1970, Donna, a medical college student, received a Raggedy Ann doll from her mother for her birthday. Delighted with the gift, Donna named the doll. At that time, both new and second-hand toy stores were common throughout the United States. Donna's mother purchased the Annabelle doll from one of those shops. As a university student, Donna lived with her close friend Angie. In the early days after bringing Annabelle into their room, neither paid much attention to the doll, thinking of it as just a cloth doll. However, over time, they gradually sensed something was wrong. The doll appeared to be moving on its own. At first, it was just subtle, barely noticeable movements. One day Donna came home and found the doll lying on the floor instead of sitting on the bed as she had placed it before leaving the room. Anna thought perhaps she had accidentally knocked it over. As time passed, as if the demon inside Annabelle was growing stronger, it began moving more frequently. Anna woke up to find the doll sitting alone on the sofa, even though she always placed Annabelle on her bed each night. On other occasions, Donna discovered Annabelle sitting at the door of her friend Angie's room. That was Lou, a close friend of Donna and Angie's boyfriend. He was the first to warn the two girls about the doll's strange behavior. Lou tried to convince them that Annabelle might be possessed and suggested an exorcism. But Donna ignored his warning, assuming the doll's movement resulted from her and Angie forgetting to put it back in its place after handling it. And from the moment they disregarded Lou's warning, the doll's peculiar events became increasingly frightening. What began as subtle, hardly noticeable movements escalated, and the doll became more sinister. The two unfortunate girls started finding handwritten notes scattered throughout their apartment. Strangely, the notes were written on parchment paper Donna and Angie had never used. The content varied, but most lacked coherent messages. Two phrases were repeated most often: "Save Lou" and "Help us." Finally, the doll's horror peaked one day when Donna came home from work to find Annabelle unnaturally seated on her bed, as if waiting. Approaching slowly, Donna was horrified to see a red liquid blood on the doll's hand, slowly dripping onto her bedsheet. At this point, Donna decided she needed help to deal with the terrifying doll. The two girls sought out a medium in their area to uncover the doll's truth. The medium recommended they research the house they were renting. Investigating, Donna and Angie discovered the land where their apartment was built had once been a field. One early morning, a farmer found the body of a 7-year-old girl, dead under mysterious circumstances, in what was now their apartment's location. From these clues, the medium explained that the girl's spirit still lingered in the ground and had taken a liking to the Annabelle doll from the moment it appeared in Donna's home. The little girl's spirit decided to inhabit and merge with the doll. Feeling pity for the girl's spirit, Donna and Angie decided to keep the doll for a while. However, this was a grave mistake. Because the spirit was that of a 7-year-old, it was prone to jealousy and began attacking Donna and Angie's loved ones. It seemed the spirit wanted all the affection for itself. One by one, Donna and Angie's family and friends were attacked by the doll, most notably Lou, Angie's boyfriend. One day, when Angie and Lou were in Angie's room, they heard a strange noise coming from Donna's room. Donna had left her room about 30 minutes earlier, so no one else should have been there. Assuming an intruder had broken in, Lou went to check on Donna's room. Inside, there was no one but the doll, eerily staring at Lou. As he approached, the unsettling feeling intensified. Just seconds later, Lou suddenly lost consciousness. When he woke up, he experienced excruciating pain in his chest and discovered drawn marks resembling a child's hand on his chest. Angie rushed in at his scream. They decided to throw the doll into the trash outside. However, when Lou returned, he and Angie told Donna about the incident. They realized that the doll Lou had thrown away on the street was now sitting on Donna's bed again. After multiple failed attempts to dispose of the doll, the two girls sought help from paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. The Warrens arrived with a priest. Upon entering the apartment, they were overwhelmed by dark apparitions, eerie sounds, and a nauseating odor of decay. After investigation, they discovered Annabelle's goal was to possess Donna's soul, as the child's spirit had been replaced by a demon. After the priest performed an exorcism in the apartment, Donna decided to let the Warrens take the doll for research. During the drive back, Ed chose a back road instead of the highway, fearing the doll might harm them. Sure enough, their car suffered mechanical failures, brakes failed, the engine stuttered till Lorraine sprinkled holy water on the doll. Back home, Ed placed Annabelle in his occult room. Immediately, the couple experienced the doll moving around the house, even levitating at times. Though locked in a glass cabinet, they found Annabelle elsewhere in the house multiple times. Finally, a visitor who mocked Annabelle soon died in a crash, the car completely wrecked. A priest recounted seeing the doll's reflection in his rearview mirror moments before the accident. And that is the terrifying true story of the real-life Annabelle doll. The more I learned, the more absurd the story seemed. Why, after discovering a child's spirit inside the doll, didn't they discard it immediately, instead of keeping it out of pity for a child they never knew? That logic defies common sense. If it were me, I would have thrown it away without hesitation. Moreover, all the accounts I read came solely from the Warren. Though more than 4 people were involved, Donna, Angie, the priest, none besides the Warrens ever confirmed the events. Were they traumatized, or was this all a fabrication? To answer this question, stay tuned for the next video, the horrifying case of the Amityville haunted house. Meanwhile, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you next time.